Marcin Held, Satoshi Ishii, Marcin Tybura. Trenuj w sprzęcie dla najlepszych. Wejdź na groundgame.com.
Guys, we have a special guest today, Ivan Dijakovic, a manager of a lot of stars in KSW, but not only in KSW. Ivan, it's a pleasure to have you here. Hello.
Hey, hello. It's a pleasure for me.
Nice to see you smiling, because when we seen each other last time, you had some problems with your guys, with your fighters during KSW 58 and this whole situation. So I know that fans are waiting for a bit explanation from your point of view. What happened there?
Yes, KSW 58, what happened?
Let's start from the beginning, I think.
I will try to explain it. There was a fight, Jamil against Uroš, and after Jamil win the fight clean, all three judges give him the win, 30-27, all 3 rounds. And after the fight, after the bell, Jamil make his mark, this, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I make this also, this, and after that, I don't know, maybe Uroš don't feel good after the first time that he loses in his career, and then he put his hand in my face, yes, and after that, I will say, a little trouble happens, you know.
Ivan, did he push you? Did he push your face? He punched your face, and he just
No.
touched it, or maybe just?
I will not say the punch, you know.
Okay.
I cannot remember, but I will not say. I will say it. His hand was in my face.
Okay.
This I will say. You know. I cannot say it's a punch. It was.
Okay.
His hand was in my face. That's it, you know. And after that, a little trouble, a little. It was intensive, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Intensive. After the fight, then the corners was some screaming, you know, and then Jamil see what happened to me, you know, and he want protect me, yes, and then happened some trouble, you know. This is what I can say.
Okay. What about corner of Uroš Jurisic? Were they aggressive or something after?
What mean aggressive? I say, look, before the fight was intense, you know. Problem was, I will say, Uroš before the fight call long time Roberto out, you know, and he also say before the fight how he will knock out Jamil in 2 rounds, you know. Lots of trash talk here, and I think this was maybe the main thing. Lots of intensive, you know, and then after the fight, when the judges came to the decision of the fight, yes, and then come all the how I can feel the feeling, you know, yeah.
Okay.
What I can say, look, what I can say. I think I'm with my team from 2014 at KSW, and never happened something like that, you know. I can say we are sports guys, always give respect to everybody, to every opponent. In the win or in the lose, we give respect. Doesn't matter did we win or did we lose, you know. Maybe this mark was
Too much for them.
Yes, too much. He cannot handle with them, you know, and this happened, you know. But I can say we was not the guys who make it first, you know what I mean. We don't touch nobody. after the bell, you know.
Okay, is it true that Uros Jurisic said to Shamil, fuck all Muslims?
Look, I cannot say. I don't like to comment something what I don't heard it. You know? I was not there. I cannot say. There was some corners who say yes. But I cannot say. I don't like to say something what I don't hear. I don't hear it, and I cannot say yes or no. I don't hear it. You know?
And did Shamil told you ever something about it, or maybe not?
We talk about it. He say something, you know, but I don't want more talk about it, you know, because I think this is little too big, you know. I think I will say this: there was big emotions in the fight, you know, and after the fight, and we must forget it. We must take it as sports guys, you know, from our side, from my side, and from my team side. We forgive, you know. Everything is okay, you know, and that's it.
Before we talk about contract situations of Shamil and Abus, I want to also ask you about Abus, because the meaningful for me is also a role. How was acting Abus after this situation? I saw that he was also very, well, not aggressive, but he also looked like very pissed off after this situation when Uros came to you with this hand.
Of course, look, it is so. When somebody, doesn't matter, did touch somebody, me, our teammate, everybody will get pissed off. This is normal, you know. This have nothing to find in a cage, you know. You have to be respectful when you win and also when you lose. You must take it like a man. And I say again, we nobody provocate, you know. When somebody take this as provocation with this, then I can only say, look, the other fights before, you know. This is the mark of Shamil, and this was also before the other fights of Shamil, you know. His market, and that's it. We have nobody to. We are not guys who talk too much. I also don't like this trash talk like Conor McGregor in this time, but lots of people won't copy Conor McGregor. Lots of people try to talk too much, you know. I always say it's better to talk less and more talk in the cage. Talk in the cage and show your skills in the cage, and that's it, you know. And this we try to do. After the fight, this happened, and of course every teammate was don't like this situation, you know, and protect each other, and that's it, you know.
Okay. After KSW 58, we had an opportunity to talk with Martin Lewandowski, with Wojciech Rysielski, so the matchmaker and the director, sports director of KSW, and both of them were very angry with this situation. And Martin said that this is for him a biggest problem, that after the fight there was a big brawl in a cage. Not a sports brawl, but just a brawl. And he said that there will be a very big fines for those fighters and maybe for corners of the fighters. And yet, 5 days, in next 5 days, we've took the information that there are some fines for fighters like Shamil and Uros, but Uros got 30% and Shamil 50% of his purse, and I know that this is a situation that you don't like.
It's right, yes. I don't like, look, I like I respect the decision of KSW, you know, but I don't respect the decision of the what we get, you know. Shamil get 50% more than Uros. I say again, we don't start the brawl, you know. We don't touch nobody after the fight, and Abus get 6 months suspension. This I don't respect, you know, and this I must say I cannot understand, you know. When you give somebody, then you have to give the same, you know, because in my opportunity, when the hand was not in my face, nothing will happen, you know, because it was the reaction or the answer of the hand in my face, you know.
Okay.
And from this point, everything starts, you know. And then Shamil get more than Urosh. This is, I think, it's not correct, and also it's not correct that Abus get this suspension of 6 months.
Do you think that this 50% is because of that takedown that we saw? Just for that?
I think yes. I think he get this because he take him then down, you know. But look, Chamila family, you know, 50% is lots of money for him, and I think it's too much. I think it will be fair when both of the fighter get 30% and both, you know, the same. You know,
Yes.
Because I say again, we started, you know, and we don't start it, but we get more than the others, you know.
Okay. When did you talk about this situation with Martin? Did you had any opportunity to talk with him in the day of the event, after the event, or maybe?
No, we only talk little with the phone. We will meet each other soon, and then we will talk about it. But this is fixed, you know. What the decision is fixed. What can I say? I say again, I respect everything, but I don't respect I cannot expect that we get more than the others, but it is what it is, you know. What can we do? I hope we don't see this not more in the future, you know, and that's it.
So a lot of fans thinks that now when you have this complicated situation with Shamil and with Abus, that it could be for them the last time they were in the cage of KSW. So my question is, what about contracts for Kamil and for Abus? How does it look like for now? Are there any decisions made?
I will explain you what is now the status. The contract of Chamil was over 31 December 2020. You know, we have an agreement for this fight, only for this fight. You know, we don't make before the fight a new contract, and also not after the fight. I have to talk with Chamil what he wants, you know. End of the day, the fighter have to decide what he wants, and I will work on it what he wants, you know. What I think, look, Chamil is a lightweight fighter. Normally, if he have to fight against Marian before, he must fight against Marian, not Szymanski, because he had to fight with Garnot, but then he get an injury in his knee, and he must step out, you know. But okay, then KSW take Szymanski for the fight. Yes, and then we get the opportunity, the call for the fight against Urosh. Okay, then we decide, because Chamil don't must make weight, it's okay to take the fight, and now we must talk and see what kind of offer give KSW, you know, and what Chamil wants, you know.
What's the message from KSW? Do they still want to have Shamil?
I can say, I think everybody wants Shamil. Shamil can fight in every organization. He's undefeated. A guy is 15-0, and he can fight everywhere. It doesn't matter in which organization, worldwide, you know. He's a complete fighter, and I think he's one of the best lightweights right now in the world, you know. And I think also that KSW won't have him, you know, because when you have these fighters, you know, also your promotion is bigger and better, you know. This is a level of the fighters, what kind of fighters you have in your promotion, you know. Why is UFC the best promotion? Because they have the best fighters, right?
Yes. Okay, Ivan, the person I am more worried about is Abus, because we know that his contract is ending in June, I think.
Right, his contract is ending No, 19 July. 19
Okay,
July,
in July.
19 July, the contract is over. And when we see now the 6 months, I think this will be 30 July, right?
Okay, so he has a fine like this that he cannot fight for a half a year, and his contract is also ending in a half a year.
Wait, he cannot fight in KSW, but he can fight out of KSW. Abus don't have a
Exclusive contract.
yes, right.
Oh.
He don't have an exclusive contract, and we will see now. You know, I will also talk with Abus what he want, what he decide, because we talked before the fight. Abus have to fight a big fight, you know, and it was what I can say only. It was a title fight. But the guys, I don't want to say names, but I think the smart guys know who I mean. And but now this fight don't happen. Now we will see, you know, because the time flies, you know. Abus must be active, and we cannot wait, you know. But end of the day, Abus also will decide. I will talk with Abus, and we will see what Abus want, you know, and this what Abus want, we will go for it.
Okay, I know that you cannot tell me any details, but this title shot was in KSW.
Of course, guys.
Okay, nice. Well, okay, so we need to wait until your meeting with Martin Lewandowski and with guys from KSW, and for the decision also from Shamil and Abus, what they will want to know. Okay, okay. So we're clear with that. I have also questions about your other fighters, but first, before all of them, I would like to talk about Daniel Torres, because after KSW, we're almost only talking about two topics. First of all, this was this brawl in a cage, but the second of this, it was his win with Saladin Parnas. So, was it a surprise for you? Were you surprised when you saw that this ended so short, so quick, and in this brutal way?
Yes, what means surprise? You know, we know. Look, what we see. Daniel grow from every fight. You know, every fight he's better, and he deserves the title shot. You know, he win everybody. Only he have one lose against Szymanski. But after that, he win every fight what KSW give him. He deserved the title shot. Then he fight with Saladin, with the big king, who I also really love. Great fighter, a great person, you know. Yeah, and it is MMA, you know. Everybody think that Saladin will win him easy, but Daniel show his skills, his character, and the team believe in him, and he show it, you know. He finished the fight in the first round. Yes.
What's the bond between you three? Because I know that you cooperate with Daniel. You represent his businesses here in KSW. Yes.
Yes, I am his manager.
Yeah, and what about Saladin? Because I know that Saladin was training in UFD. So, okay.
I say Saladin is also a great guy, great fighter who came to our gym. You know, is also a great person. You know, I say it was hard for me. You know, because both of these fighters I really like. You know, really love both of them. You know. But it was the fight what must happen, you know. This was the two best fighters in featherweight in KSW, and they have to fight each other. Daniel deserved the title shot, and Saladin was the champion, yes, and the fight happened, and Daniel win the fight.
What about Daniel now? Because I need to know, is he going to be still in a featherweight? Because when I see him a day before the event, during the weigh-ins. I'm really shocked.
He have hard weight cut. He fight 2 times in, I think, 2.5 months. This means he have 2 hard weight cuts. He is a big featherweight, and he cut a lot of weight. And the last cut was really, really hard. He also, after the weight cut, he was out. The doctor was coming. And it was a really hard weight cut, but he recover and make a great fight. What is after this fight? Look, what I see, what can I say right now? In the featherweight, we have Daniel Torresa, who have 5 fights in KSW with a record from 4 wins and 1 lose. Saladin have 6 fights in KSW with a record from 5 wins and 1 lose. I see lots of guys now call Daniel out, but these guys even don't have a positive record, Our Daniel wins, this is bullshit, You must respect the champion. What I can say, everybody who want to fight, first of all, have to win 3 fights, and then he can open the mouth, because this is what I mean. Everybody only talk, don't talk, please. Perform in the cage and show your skills and try to deserve the fight against a champion. Daniel, do it. He don't talk. He fight in the cage. He show his skills. He win his fights and deserve the title shot and win the belt. And that's the way for everybody who want to fight against a champion. Right now, the wish of Daniel is to move for the next fight in lightweight. And I think this makes sense, because he cannot make 3 times in a short time weight cut. The body need regeneration. I think he deserves. His dream is to fight. His wish and his dream is to fight against Marian for the lightweight belt. I think he deserves it. He win the he knock out the king in featherweight. And he deserves it. I don't know what is with Chamil. We will see that he will sign a new contract, because when Chamil sign a new contract, of course, Chamil must fight for the lightweight belt. But this we will see. This we will know in the future. But Daniel also deserve it. This is his wish. I don't know, did KSW give him this fight? Maybe they have another plans, for Marian. I don't know, but the wish of Daniel is next fight in lightweight, and this is the plan, and then he will go back in featherweight to recover his body, and then to defend his belt in featherweight.
Okay.
This is the plan.
Okay, so we're clear with that. And another champion from UFD, it's Roberto Soldic. Well, when I think about Roberto, it's hard for me to imagine him staying in 84 kilograms, but next I remember this fight with Michał Materla, and then I think about him fighting with Mamed Khalidov. We had an opportunity to talk with Mamed yesterday, and Mamed said that if KSW will give him the fight with Roberto, he will take the fight, and he would be interested to have this fight because it's something good, it's a challenge for him also. How do you see it, and what's the plan for Roberto for next months?
I see this right now. The biggest fight in KSW, history right now is Mamed Khalidov against Roberto. Mamed is the biggest legend. He is the face of KSW, and Roberto, I will say, is the new face. You know what I mean? And I think both of them deserve this kind of fight, you know. Both are great champions, you know, and both are really respectful fighters, and I think this is a fight who everybody wants to see, not only in Poland, it's also worldwide, you know. You can sell this fight worldwide. I think KSW will make big money with this fight, and my opportunity, only this fight makes sense, you know. Roberto really respect so much Mamet. Me too, he's a really legend, and this is a challenge, you know, for both of them. Both of them have nothing to lose, you know. This is a fight who so great, two great fighters can fight each other and have nothing to lose, only to show the skills in the cage, you know, and the better guy win, you know what I mean?
Do you see this fight only champion versus champion, and the belt of 84 kilograms division would be on table, or maybe this could be a fight in catch weight, so nobody could say that Mamet is losing the belt or something?
Look, Roberto can fight, he can make the weight, and I think it will be nice to make a fight for the belt, but end of the day, it's not about the belt. It's I think about these two great fighters to fight each other, to challenge each other, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
So.
But end of the day, KSW have to say what they want. But I think this fight makes sense, and it's the biggest fight, you know, right now. And also we need challenge, you know. Look, when we look for Roberto right now in welterweight, I don't want to give nobody disrespect, you know, but it's why Roberto go up. Normally he have to fight with Jibek. Jibok was double champion at FAN, you know. Win his fight in KSW, and lots of Polish fans want to see this fight. Then the date was fixed, but then Jibek say he cannot prepare for this fight, you know, because he has some problems with the team, I don't know. But then after we see he fight against Saromsky, you know. I cannot understand this. And then the next step was for Roberto to find a new challenge, you know. And you have to motivate. Fighters need motivations, you know.
Yes.
Need challenge, you know. And then he get Martella, former KSW champion, also a big legend, great fighter, you know. And this was a big challenge for Roberto. He take this challenge, and he win this fight, you know. And now I think the next step is this fight, you know. But this fight must be with fans, you know. I think because fans deserve it to be live, to see this fight live, you know. And then maybe they can make two fights, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like in boxing, when you make like a big fight in boxing, you have always two fights, you know. You have directly after the doesn't matter who win, you have a rematch, you know.
Yes.
To get because when it's big, and I think this kind of way you can also make in this fight, you know, to make two fights, you know. I don't know. You can also fight, do it maybe one time in Croatia, one time in Poland, or in Russia. Maybe for KSW makes sense to go then to Russia. I don't know, you know. But I think this fight you can fight, you can sell worldwide, and everybody wants to see this fight. it's a big challenge for both, and I love to see it. I love to see these great fighters to fight each other and to give the fans a great show.
Sounds like a good plan. Ivan, and what about Anton? Because I'm asking about it because we know already that he's going to have this rematch with Sebastian Przybysz. But first, the first step of announcing their fight was KSW just announced Anton alone. And then they gave the information that he's fighting with Sebastian. Was it not fixed during KSW 58, or how did it look like?
Anton have to fight at in December. It was KSW 57, right when Anton fight with Bruno Santos, but Sebastian get corona.
Yes.
What I heard, and then he stepped out. Then KSW finds a new opponent for Anton with Bruno Santos, who give also a great fight and show really great skills. Yes, and then after that fight, Sebastian came in the cage.
Yes.
They make face to face, and then was the fight official,
Yeah, for me it was also, but during KSW 58, when organization was announcing another event, next event, KSW 59, they just said that Anton is going to fight and Mariusz Pudzianowski is going to fight, and nothing more. So it was strange for me, and I was thinking, okay, maybe something happened with Sebastian. But then this week we had this announcement that Anton is fighting with Sebastian. I'm just asking about it because I suppose that it wasn't be fixed for the moment when they were announcing it, or just like this.
It was.
It was fixed. Okay.
Fixed was it? I don't know why they don't put on the poster also Sebastian. This I don't know. This know the guy who make the posters.
Yeah.
Marketing. Yes.
Okay.
The next fight is with Sebastian. I think Sebastian deserved the fight. He after the lose with Anton, he come back stronger. He win 3 in a row, and 2 of the fight, I think he finished by stoppage. Right?
Yes.
Yes, and he show that he overload, that he's from every fight better and better. Yes, and he deserved the title shot against Anton, and I hope we will see also a great fight with Anton against Sebastian.
Yes. What about Erkoyun?
Yes, Erko will come back soon. I cannot say exactly which date, but we talk with KSW, and we try to find the right spot for Erko, and we will see Erko back in 2021.
Great.
In the KSW cage.
Great. And what about your event, EMC? Do you plan to organize some event?
Yes, of course. This year we will also come back. Right now we make official the date. This was, I think, 3 July. But maybe we will make a surprise. We will come sooner back. I don't know. This is not fixed, but fix is the 3 July. This is 100% fixed. And then we will see. But it will be also great, good names. We will also see some Polish fighter, EMC here, and also maybe some KSW veterans.
Oh wow! Okay. Yeah, one last person about I would like to talk about is Konrad Dyszka. Did you help him to get to KSW?
He's also under my management, under UFD Sports Management, and he's a great fighter. He fight the last 2 fights. He fight at EMC with great opponents, and normally he have to fight against now
Michał Michalski.
right, against Mihalski at KSW 58, but he get injury, and then he must step out, but he signed a contract with KSW. Yes, and I hope we will see him also soon in the cage, but he will fight in KSW in lightweight.
In lightweight? Okay.
Yes, he will go down.
He decided that, or maybe this is a team decision?
No, it's his decision. He's not a big welterweight, He have not to. He walks with 80 kilos,
Okay.
And it's not a big welterweight, and it was his decision that he go down. This was also a decision before the offer come from KSW, but he want to take this fight, but then he injured, and then I talk with Vojislav, and I tell Vojislav for the future when he have the spot for Konrad, but in lightweight.
Okay. Last one from me is Roberto Soldic and Uroš Jurisic. Before the fight with Shami, Uroš was talking that Roberto didn't want to fight with him, and he decided not to fight 5 times. He was getting an offer for the fight, and he was putting him down.
I will explain everything. Look, first of all, I think Roberto fight with everybody who makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. This is the first. I want also that Roberto fight with Conor McGregor, but first we have to come to this fight, right? But I will explain it. I don't know how many years ago, but I think 4 or 5 years ago, when Roberto fight for final fight championship, then he win the belt against Ivica Trušček. After that, he fight for the belt in March against Rafael Levon, and it was a tough fight, it was 3 rounds, he throw lots of punches, back in the days Rafael Levon can take lots of punches, and he injured little his foot. And then in April then want go FFC to Slovenia, and then the owner of FFC was Orsadzovko, and he called me and tell me for the fight Roberto against Uroš, because Uroš come from Slovenia, from Ljubljana, and FSC want to make an event in Ljubljana, Yes, I say, okay, we will see. But in this time, almost Roberto fight with good opponents, what I mean? You can look his records. I will say from day one, he always fight with guys who have more wins than him, or more fights, and I say we will see. But Roberto can't fight because of the injury of the foot, and he stepped out, and then start this, I will say, this trash talk, But I also write to Uroš one message on Instagram. I say him, look, I respect you. I invite you for the sparring with Roberto. When you think you are the better man, it's no problem. You can show it. Come to our gym. You can decide which gloves you want. Take a camera with you. You can also film the sparring. And when you win him in the sparring, I will give you the fight. You know what I mean? That's it. But he don't take the offer. Maybe okay. I don't know. Maybe it was for him not serious. I don't know. But I mean this real. This was not disrespect. I mean this real. This is like also in boxing. Also champions invite sparring partners, and one day, look, I give you example, Joshua and Klitschko, what I mean? Joshua, back in the days, the sparring partner of Klitschko, and I say him, when you think you are better guy, come in the gym, hit him in the sparring, try to knock him out. I don't know, and that's it. This was my offer to him, but he don't take it, and that's it. Then the last years come always this call outs, this trash talk, and I say always also I say also to KSW, fights must make sense. You know what I mean? We speak about challenge. I look now rankings. I don't know which ranking now have Uroš, but I think he was 170 before the fight with Chamil. Roberto was 29 on Matrix, you know, and fights must make. When you make a fight, it must. How I can explain? It must make
sense.
It must be sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
It must make sense. My opportunity, this fight don't make sense. Maybe in Balkan, but we are not in Balkan. I don't care about Balkan because I don't look what is good for Balkan. We go out of Balkan. We look things worldwide. And we look for the best challenge and the best opponents. And he, in this case, I don't see him for the best opponent that can get Roberto, first of all, from the ranking, and second of all, he have to win some fights with some good opponents, and that's it. He get a chance now at KSW 58, get a chance to fight against Chamil, who is a great fighter, and he lose this fight, and that's it. What can I say? You have to what I say also. Look, everybody call out now, Daniel. Everybody want to fight with a champion. Everybody want to this. Hey, you have to fight. You have to win fights. You cannot only talk, call out, win fight, make serious. Show example Sebastian. Sebastian makes three. He lose and he makes 3 wins. This is nice. Okay. I say another. Example, look, Michalski, he has now 3 wins in a row, in the welterweight. This is a guy, I say again, also respect to him. This is not disrespect, but it's also not this from the ranking, from the name, not like a challenge, like a big name, like G-Big was a big name because he came from a fam with 2 belts, he have a big height, and lots of Polish guys want to see this fight, and we fight for a Polish organization, and we try to sell fights, and that is the thing that I say again. Roberto want to fight with the best guys on the world, really. When he can fight with Usman, he will take the fight tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When he can fight with Conor McGregor, he will take the fight tomorrow. He will and he won't fight with the best guys.
Okay.
We ask for Paul Daly. I think this is a stylish matchup, a great style. Paul Daly is a great fighter. He's a legend. Also, he's a great guy. We ask for him. Bring him to KSW, Roberto will challenge with him. You know what I mean? This is not about, hey, that I am afraid against somebody. You cannot say to any fighter, are you afraid? How can be a fighter afraid, When somebody step in the cage and have more than, I will say, 10 fights, how you can be afraid? You don't care about, you fight with everybody. You know what I mean? But as a champion, I think he's one of the biggest star in KSW. He's not a Polish guy. He and Mamet are not Polish guys, but the Polish fans loves, Mamet, I think he have the most fans of all in KSW, from all the fighters. But also Roberto have lots of fans, lots of Polish fans, and he get lots of support. And that's it. You have to earn fights. when somebody earn fights, when somebody have a good rank, good name, no problem to fight, you know. But when you don't have a ranking, not a big name, then you have to get your big name. Then you have to win fights to get the spot, to get the position, you know. And right now, I say again, right now make the fight with Mamet, make the most thing, and I hope that we will get this like for the fans, for everybody in Poland and outside of Poland. I think it's a hell of a fight. It's an amazing fight. This fight will break every record, and I think there will challenge two great persons, two great fighters, you know, respectful fighters, and this is the way how it must be, you know. No trash talk. Shit. This is bullshit, this trash talk, you know. Don't talk trash talk, only earn your spot, show in the cage, and that's it, you know.
Okay, one more thing. Who from your corner, from your team, did got some forever ban for KSW?
I don't know. I think nobody. I don't know. There was some friends, you know, also in the cage, and I think it was for them. But I don't get a list of the names.
Okay.
Get banned, you know.
Okay, I was just curious because
This I must ask Martin. When I see Martin, then I will ask him. But I don't get some name that KSW tell me and say, hey, this guy will ban for all the life, you know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, Ivan. Well, I think we got it. All the things I wanted to ask you, I've asked. We will see each other at KSW 59. Is there any chance that we will see some other guys from you at this event, or maybe just Anton?
Yes. No. Right now there are two fighters of me. Anton is official, and there is one more fighter who will fight at KSW 59. But this announcement will make KSW first, and then we can talk about it.
Of course. Ivan, thank you very much for this talk. I think we're clear about all the topics that we wanted to be. So it was nice to see you, and hope to talk with you again. Thank you.
Thank you. I wish you good night and greetings to all Polish fans.